Chapter 10. The Line in the Dark. Journal entry, day 10. The line wasn't there yesterday. I stepped out this morning, lantern in hand, and found it carved into the dirt just outside the porch. A single, straight line stretching from one edge of the clearing to the other. At first, I thought it was random, wind, maybe, or an animal dragging something through the dirt. But it wasn't. The line was too precise, too deliberate. It divides the cabin from the woods, like some sort of boundary. I haven't crossed it. I don't know if I want to. The silence outside is unbearable. No birds, no insects, no groaning. It feels like the world itself is holding back, waiting for something to happen. I spent the morning trying to distract myself. Cleaning, sorting, loading the rifle for the 10th time, though I've yet to fire a single shot. I keep replaying last night in my mind, the figure pointing into the woods, its unblinking eyes locked on mine. Was it a warning? A challenge? I don't know. But whatever it was, it's only made things worse. I tried the ham radio again. "This is Thomas Whitaker. I'm alive. Is anyone else out there? Please respond." Static. I tried switching frequencies, my hands trembling as I turned the dial. I must have cycled through a dozen channels, but the result was always the same. Except for one. It was faint at first, just a whisper beneath the static. I leaned closer, adjusting the knob until the voice came through clearer. "Thomas, help please." My heart skipped. It wasn't the same man as before. This voice was softer, almost childlike. "Who is this?" I asked. "Where are you?" The voice faded, replaced by a burst of static that made me jump. I tried to reach out again, but the frequency was gone. I sat there for a long time, staring at the radio, the weight of loneliness pressing down on me. Whoever they were, they're gone now. Or maybe they were never there to begin with. Tonight, the knocking started again. It wasn't the chaotic pounding I've grown used to. This time it was rhythmic. 3 knocks, a pause, then 3 more. I ignored it at first, sitting at the table with the lantern burning low, but it didn't stop. 3 knocks, pause, 3 knocks. I grabbed the rifle and moved toward the door, my pulse racing. The knocking grew louder as I approached, each knock reverberating through the wood. When I reached the door, it stopped. I stood there in silence, the rifle shaking in my hands. Then, from the other side of the door, I heard a voice. It was mine. "Thomas?" The sound of my own voice coming from the other side of the door nearly dropped me to my knees. It wasn't just the sound of it, it was the way it mimicked every inflection, every nuance. I backed away slowly, clutching the rifle like a lifeline. The voice spoke again. "Let me in, Thomas. It's cold out here." I didn't respond. I couldn't. Eventually, the voice faded, replaced by the whispers. They're louder tonight, circling the cabin like vultures around a dying animal. The line in the dirt is still there. I checked after the knocking stopped, the lantern casting long, flickering shadows over the clearing. Nothing has crossed it. Not yet. I don't know what it means, but I feel like I'm being tested, pushed to my limits to see how far I'll go before I break. I won't break. Not yet. But God help me. I don't know how much longer I can hold on. If you're out there, if you're reading this, please understand. I'm doing everything I can to stay sane, to stay human. But these things, they're not just monsters. They're something worse. Thomas Whitaker.